Welcome back to the Art of Safe Scumming. I got some Vampire Counts content for you guys. It's been a minute since I played Vampire Counts. I literally have not touched them since Warhammer 2 because, well, I've been a little bit busy with the Warhammer 3 stuff. And if you're not familiar with how the Vampire Counts play, I'll touch on that here in a second. But I'm going to show you a way to farm blood kisses that doesn't use any exploits in the game, no glitches whatsoever. I know that there's some videos out there that have some really strong exploits in them, but this is simple logic, the way the game is actually supposed to run. So if you're not familiar with how Vampire Counts work, and this looks really simplistic now that we have the Chaos Dwarf DLC, right? But you have two resources, Dark Magic and Blood Kisses. Dark Magic is farmed by all the ways that you normally farm money, and Blood Kisses are generated from character assassination, faction effects, faction leaders killed in battle, and factions vassalized. Here's the thing. If you play as Vlad, if Vlad loses a battle to a lord, he gifts that lord a trait that allows them to respawn in one turn after being wounded. If you do that to a legendary lord or a faction leader, then they will respawn every time they are wounded the next turn. Well, you can see kind of how this is going. We want to eliminate faction lords, kill faction lords in battle, and we want them to be available all the time to be able to do that too. So I think that particularly since Manfred has picked up and left for the desert, that the start of this campaign is super easy when it comes to fighting Tempelhof, and this presents a unique opportunity to be able to farm blood kisses. So you start out with these two regions, Castle Drakenhof and Schwarzhofen, and they start out with these four regions here. So you start out here, you fight Van Kruger, or excuse me, his Zlig Van Kruger here, and then you take this settlement. You recruit another lord, you take this settlement, and then you're also capable of taking this settlement on turn 2. So you see how we've set this up? You've now got a situation where Van Kruger is going to be respawning at this position here in a turn. You then fight this battle with him pinned inside that settlement, and you intentionally retreat from battle, as in you hit concede defeat as Vlad. It will give him the trait. You can then kill him and then leave the region here. You can see a few turns ago I did that. Vlad is marching up here to take out the dwarves. You can either go dwarves or you can go empire. I've decided to go dwarves. And I've left an auxiliary army here to just sit here and farm Kruger.
It will be a mass grip. Bring me flesh to craft. Cease.
This army isn't costing me very much. It's not really high end or anything like that. It's just generating battle markers for Raise the Dead and also holding the border here between the Empire and myself, as well as farming blood kisses for our recruitment of our vampire lords. So this is a quick look at something that I think can add a little bit of expediency to your campaign without going into any of the bugs that exist in the game. I try to stay away from that stuff. I don't even use mods, except for when I have a map reveal mod for when I do those, what happens in the end time content type things. But other than that, I don't really use mods when I gameplay because I find them to be exploitative. I don't even use the movement bug that exists. Even though I've seen it, I don't use it because I don't really like to do that sort of stuff. And I know that many of you are purists and don't want to do that as well. So this is a way to farm blood kisses within the logic of the game. And I hope that you enjoy this one. If you found this video interesting and informative, then please press all those buttons down below. It really helps out. It signals to the machine that more people need to see this content. And hopefully we'll see you on a future video here at the Art of Safe Scumming.